How about, is it illegal to wear your underwear in public? Bike blogger here, on my way to work. Going the wrong way, but that's okay. It's a beautiful day today. Topic of the day. Time for that guy. Don't want to get hit by the grass blades. Gotta be careful getting near any of that lawn stuff because it can kick up things and get in your eye. That's why you gotta wear sunglasses. I think I left here. Topic of the day. Topic of the day. What is the topic of the day? How about, is it illegal to wear your underwear in public? Is that illegal? Is it illegal to wear underwear on a bike? Why would I ask that question? I don't know, I'm just thinking of questions. Just thinking of topics to cover. I've covered a lot of topics on my channel, my YouTube channel, and I'm kind of running out of ideas. No, I'm not. Is it illegal to wear underwear on a bike? Is it illegal to ride a bike naked? Well, a little more of a gray area is underwear. So you have to look up your own jurisdiction, but generally there's in the United States there's a few things you got to worry about. Basically, how other people will perceive you. Will they be insulted, or what's the word I'm looking for? Let's make a left at the next intersection. I was gonna go that way. Actually, I can spin it back around and we'll go back around. We'll do a U-turn, that's okay. There's our guy. I need to go back the other way. So yeah, will the people that, you know, see you in your undies, will they think, number one, will they think it's underwear? You know, so a lot of underwear, I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't really look like underwear. If you're wearing some tidy whities, that's maybe a little bit different, but still, it comes down to basically, is it lewd? Does it, you know, appear to be like they can see your genitals, basically? This is a PG channel though, so I'm not gonna get real disgusting on you. But basically, if you're not showing your junk, it is legal. It is legal, but it again kind of depends on your culture. Of course, there are some particularly religious countries, like in the Middle East, where they do actually have laws about wearing certain clothing. I think North Korea is also the same way. You gotta wear certain, you're only allowed certain haircuts in North Korea. But in most countries, I believe, there's not, I mean, it's kind of a public dress code, I'd say, but it kind of comes down to, even if it isn't illegal, it could just be, you know, something that's going to get you hassled by the police, you know. So they may hassle you, like, hey, put on a shirt, hey, you know, put on some pants, hey, let's make a left here, but the light's red, guess we gotta wait. What I can do is I can jump the red though. If I wait until it's gonna go red in the other direction, then right before it turns green, I can go and make the left. But I gotta wait till like just the last moment here, like right now. That way I don't have to hold up all the traffic behind me because there was no left turn back there. Woo! Is that illegal? I don't know. I see cars do it all the time. Whew. Anyway, back on topic here. There's a lot of other things you need to consider though first. Okay, why would I even ask this question? Well, it's summertime, it's hot, you know. I like to kind of just wear, you know, looser fitting clothing or less clothing or no clothing. There is a thing called, what is that? World Naked bike day or something where people ride on bikes naked. I think there was a story about a guy who rode around on his bike naked in San Antonio. He might still do it. I don't know. Texas. I'm sure there's other people who do the same thing. Let's go left here. Whew. Which kind of seems a little disgusting in terms of riding bare skin on your bicycle saddle. No one else is going to want to ride your bike. But the other things you need to consider, actually let's go straight. Let's go straight, yeah. What if you fall off your bike? I'm wearing short sleeves. If I fall off my bike and I cut up my arm, it's gonna be pretty nasty. Any extra bit of material between you and the ground, that will help make the injury not as nasty, basically. So if you're completely naked or you're just wearing the bare minimum and you fall down, you wipe out or something, you could get all kind of cut up all over yourself, worse than if you're wearing clothing or more clothing. It's kind of like why if I fall off my bike in the winter, as I often do when it's icy outside, I may be wearing a lot of layers of clothing though, so the hit isn't as bad. Always, not necessarily always, but quite often it is less bad than if I fall in the summer, because in the summer I'm just wearing, you know, short sleeves, short pants, or whatever. Up the hill, BikeBlogger. Whew. I also gotta think sunscreen. If you have more of your skin exposed, you're gonna get burnt more. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna lather up with extra sunscreen? Well, that's what you should do if you're wearing less clothing. Ugh. Does clothing provide some level? I guess clothing does provide some level of UV protection. You can get clothing that has a higher, what is that? I always get that confused, UPF rating or whatever. Whew. You want at least 15, but 30 is kind of ideal. I think you can get up to 50 though, which is even better. Not sure how that exactly works. Has to do with the weave of the fabric, I think. Anyway. Whew. So is it illegal? Well, in the South, oh, what was this? I remember people getting hassled when I was in like middle school. And I'm talking like 1990s, you know, we're talking a while ago. But there was a phenomenon from the 90s on through the 2000s, maybe even into some of the 2010s, where there was a thing called sagging your pants, where people, as I guess a fad, I don't know if it's still a thing anymore, but people would purposely wear extra baggy pants, and they would come down kind of below their butt, and so they just kind of expose their underwear. And I don't know how public schools filter into all that, but there were laws that were actually passed in the deep South. We're talking like Georgia, Mississippi, let's make it right, Alabama, that made it, I can't remember, they made it illegal or something that you could get in trouble for or fined for. But like I said, I think the bigger problem here, the bigger thing you need to think about is where you live, what kind of the cultural attitude is among people and the police where you live, whether they're gonna hassle you about it if you decide to, for instance, ride your bike in your underwear. Now, riding your bike naked, It's a little different. I feel like I covered this before in a previous video. Maybe I did kind of when I was talking about, when I was going over another topic. Take a left. Okay. I wanted to put my left arm out to signal, but I was kind of in the middle of a turn. I actually wasn't in the proper left turn lane there, or the turning lane. Oh well. Let's get over to the left here. Whew. So yeah, I will admit I've kind of given it a little bit of thought. Like, hey, you know, another thing you gotta figure though is, again, would you be quote unquote exposing yourself, exposing your private parts? Like, you know, you could ride around in your boxer shorts, but if they're loose fitting or they don't have a button to close them up or something, and a gush of wind blows by, and then whoosh, you get a little little action going there. I don't know what else to call it. You could get in trouble for that, and you don't want to be doing that anyway. Don't want to be offending people. Whew. I will say it's probably a double standard in most countries for men versus women. And it's just the way it is. I didn't make up the rules. Like, hey, if a guy can bare his chest, why can't a gal? I don't know, whatever. Whatever. Whew. But a lot of time, you know, you're riding a bike, you're exercising outdoors. I mean, the clothing people wear, it just makes sense, you know, to be cooler, to basically have as little clothing as you really possibly need. So, you know, people are riding a bike wearing bike clothes, or people, you know, wearing jogging clothes. You know, it could be considered basically underwear, you know. So what's the difference between that and just wearing your regular underwear, you know? Well, seems out of place, you know. It seems crude to some people. So again, it's a risk, really. But I believe, I was looking it up, maybe someone else can tell me, I believe it's perfectly legal in the United States to go outside in your underwear. Now, private property, you go into a Walmart, I don't know, maybe it depends, maybe it's different in Florida versus, I don't know, New York. But, you know, you go into a Walmart, that's private property. They can tell you do whatever the heck they want to do within reason. And, you know, if they want you to put on shoes and a shirt and pants, they can do that. I don't know how far they can really take that. Let's go this way. I think there's you know, I don't know if, you know, there might be some fancy places or something where you got to wear, you know, a tie and a nice shirt or something, you know. Private establishments, you know, they can have their own rules. Being in public, though, riding your bike in public, that's different. So I guess you got to ask yourself, where are you riding your bike to? You know, if you're wearing nothing or underwear and you're on your bike, where are you going on your bike? Are you going to a public park? Are you going to a private establishment? I don't know why the two have to be different. It's just, you know, property owners' rights. They can tell you what to wear. It's just like you go in someone's house, you know, you got to respect the rules. But yeah, so you got to ask yourself that. I mean, if you're gonna bike commute to work, I guess it depends on if your workplace doesn't have a dress code, or if your workplace is very lax and they let you arrive and leave in your underwear. That would be pretty funny, I think, personally. That would be an interesting character I'd like to talk to. but that's not me. That's not me. I tend to class it up a little bit. That's why I don't ride in my bike, or don't ride in my dress clothes all the time. I have spare clothes that I bring with me for work, so to each his own. To each his own. That's what I got for you this week. We gotta get to work now. It is August 10, 2022 on a, what is it, Wednesday? Oh man. I changed my my front tire, and by that I mean I changed my actual tire. I don't know if I had to. I had a flat tire, so-called, an inner tube that was leaking air, and I had a spare tire at home, so I threw it on. So now I have both a pretty brand new front tire and back tire. In the past, I talked about rotating tires. Not the best of advice, although if you're pinching pennies, I still think it's not a horrible idea. You get a little bit more mileage out of them. But long-term wise, maybe just best to switch both, to buy brand new tires, front and back, whenever you have to change one or the other. Unless there's just something that, you know, the wear, it's not a wear issue, but actually, you know, your tire just exploded or something, you know, went crazy wrong with the tire that wasn't a wear issue, a wearing issue. Wearing? Why'd that guy like stop in the intersection? Why is that black sedan there to the left? He's acting a little weird. Guess he was gonna stop for the crosswalk, but then he decided not to. I don't know, there wasn't really anyone in the crosswalk. There was someone coming up to the crosswalk there. And speaking of crosswalks, I need to cross here. And we do have a green light. So what I could do is I could cross like this. And I just went through a red light. Shouldn't have done that. And now I'm getting beeped at. Oh boy. That's what I get for kind of going slow. Alright, let's get over here. Ugh. Man, I apologize today. I'm not being a very good example of how to ride your bike safely. I've gone through two lights. Basically, one was just as it had just turned red, and the other one, oh no, no. And another one where I was like just turning green. So, yeah, do as I say, not as I do. You know me, I try to slow down, stop at intersections with stop signs and everything a lot more than the next guy on a bike. Whew. Got places to go, and we're just a bike. Come on, let's be reasonable here. Whew. You gotta watch out for people though. People are crazy. They don't want to let you in. You know, you signal, and then when you start coming over, it's like, oh no, how dare you get in front of me, beep, beep, beep. Riding on the road is fun. I saw an article, a news article about, was it a cyclist? Like a pro cyclist or something? No, it was a pro Formula One race car driver, and he said he doesn't like driving like on the public roads because he says it makes him anxious or he feels unsafe. And this is a Formula One race car driver. I mean, of course, you know, a pro race car driver, you know, you're probably obviously riding around other pro drivers, so you know that the people around you are somewhat pro at driving. But you get out on the open road, you're sharing it with, you know, 14-year-olds and 90-year-olds. Not to bash 90-year-olds or 14-year-olds, but it is kind of crazy. Let's go this way. Whew. Got the Olympic rings straight ahead. Let me know in the comment section below, what does each color mean? What does each color mean? Blue, black, red, yellow, green. Let's go this way. Bump. Whew. Pretty flowers. Pretty flowers. Some people in the field over there. It's summertime. School doesn't actually start up again here for another week or so. Whew. It does seem like we finally are getting on the tail end of summer. I'm probably jinxing it. What is this? They don't want me to go that way. Let's go this way. Some bikes over there. Got some, those look like hybrid bikes mainly. One of them's got, I think, a front suspension. I don't really know what's popular with bikes nowadays. You know, I just kind of, I don't really go buy a bike anymore. I like building my own custom bikes because I've kind of, you know, self-taught it, you know, to do that. And just, I think there's like isn't there a bike shortage or something? Like if you want to buy a retail bicycle, aren't parts like everything else still hard to get? That's why I don't understand. It's they talk about the economy and inflation and there's going to be a recession and all this other stuff, but I think really nothing's really going to get back to normal until China gets back to normal, because China makes everything in the world. So if they're they're locking down for I was gonna cut through there, I can't. If they're gonna lock down for like a pandemic, you know, because they really don't want their citizens getting sick, you know, that's gonna have ripple effects throughout the whole supply chain, and then there's gonna be a supply issue no matter what the demand is. Even if you have moderately low demand, if the supply chain is still screwed up, then you have low supply of everything, you know, it's just gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going like that. I'm kind of surprised about the number of vehicles in this parking structure, because who are all these people? Uh-oh, is that guy about to back out? Go around this way. Oh, you know what? Wasn't really thinking, but should probably have my light on. There we go. It's not that dark, but it feels dark because I'm wearing sunglasses. Breaking all the rules, bending all the rules. There's a difference. So what I don't get here is, see, that arrow says one way, like go that way. Oh, okay, now both the arrows do say this is a one-way street. So let me get over. It wasn't one way the last time I went this way, so that's my excuse, I think, unless I'm getting this confused with another part of campus. I don't think I am. Must have been just construction or something going on. All right, out into the road. I like to cut through here. Nice, quiet neighborhood street, residential street. Whew. What else do you have to worry about if you're, like, you know, you worry about, you know, if you're in your underwear, you got to worry about, you know, the evil eye, getting stares, you're gonna get stared at, you could really hurt yourself when you fall, you get a bad sunburn. So what are you really accomplishing, you know, if riding you know, naked on a bike. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be cooler. I mean, I'll give you that. It will be cooler. I personally, bike blogger, has not ridden his bike around the neighborhood naked before, so I have yet to do that. Like I said, there is I think an annual ride where you can gather with other people and do it. I haven't done that though. Maybe I should someday. That gets kind of the questions like, is body paint considered covering yourself up? I don't really think so, but you know, the law is different everywhere. I think it really just comes down to basically other people's, I don't think I usually go this way. Hopefully this doesn't dead end. Basically other people's perception of you. You know, how, you know, nude are you? How are you acting on the bike? Are you acting like, you know, you're being weird or really lewd on the bike? You know, because it's not just, it's all about, I don't know, I'm not a judge, I'm not a police officer. Kind of comes down to like, where are you doing what you're doing? What exactly are you doing? And how are you doing it? How are you acting? I think that's kind of the crux of, oh, I can circle back. Oh, that's awesome. In fact, actually, that seemed easier than going the other way, because it was a long, short hill I was climbing versus one, I guess, short, steep hill. I guess I should have meant long, slightly steep hill or whatever. Anyway, that was much easier than going up a steep hill. People are still cleaning up from the floods. I don't think this is a flood area, but everything's all looking kind of dirty around here. Like maybe I didn't notice, maybe they're building a new house back there or something. And this is just all the dirt and debris from the construction vehicles. I don't know. Whew. It's supposed to have, you know, methods of preventing that from happening. You know, you do work on a construction site, you're not supposed to bring the dirt off the site with you all over the place, you know. It's supposed to all be in a nicely packed truck, so you don't get the whole road full of dirt and dust and everything else from the construction. Whew, man. Oh man, it's just so nice right now. I think it's about 80 Fahrenheit. For once, we're not 100. Bicyclist. I've seen people ride around on their bike, you know, without a shirt on, but I really don't pay, I guess, enough attention. I don't think I've seen anyone ride their bike in underwear, you know. Is this guy going left? Yeah, he's going left. Actually, I'm gonna go left. Now let's go up this way. Let's exchange places, trading places. Trading places. All right. Okay, we'll make a right here. Ah, traffic's coming. Let's wait for a couple cars. Actually, I take that back, a few cars. There we go. A few means three. 3 cars. Whew. The light's red up ahead. Oh, now it's green. I was gonna say, by the time I get up there, it'll be green. But it's green already. It's green already. Should have my bike on the Sharrow there. There we go. Whew. And of course the light now goes red. That's okay. I can cut through here. I'm gonna make a right. Watch out for the gravel there. I have slipped on gravel more than once, and I know to Be very careful around it. It's not even really gravel so much. Gravel will make you slip and fall off your bike, but it's like this really fine gravel, this like sand. I mean, that's what it is, you know. Riding a bike on sand is next to near impossible. I mean, even if you have one of those fat tire bikes, which I don't know if they're even really that popular anymore. I do see some guys riding around on them though. Why is everyone going this way? Where are these cars going? Okay. Let's see, where are they all going? Is this the exit for the parking lot or something? I don't know. It's so strange. There's a long line of cars. I don't know where they're going. I can cut through this way. Gotta watch out for this sewer grate. There we go. Man, that is a big speed bump. And then these sewer grates are really dangerous because I gotta hit them at an angle because my tire would get stuck in them. Let's do it again here. Zoop, an angle. All right, get around this guy. The traffic ain't that bad right now. That's the benefit of having a flexible. I was gonna cut through there. Guess we're not gonna cut through. There's too much stuff over there. Let's go this way. Actually, I just stay in the bike lane, right? Yeah, I just take the bike lane. Another close call, dang. I'm hitting all the lights, like plus or minus a few seconds around the red light. Do as I say, not as I do, guys, gals. I try to call out mistakes when they happen to happen. Got to be careful though, because trying to stop quickly can also be dangerous. It's all about reaction time, anticipating other road users' moves, and you know, paying close attention to things, watching the doors down here. Because yeah, you don't want to fall. That's the goal. The goal is to not fall down. Whew. Thanks for coming along with me. This is Bike Ride to Work today. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.